Good. I think we're on. Hi, Erik.
Oh, hi. How are you today? Are we on now? Let's check.
We are. I think
Hello,
we are. Very close to the radio station, but not quite. And we'll see if it's working, right?
I think it's working live, so I think we're on. Let's
Okay.
see.
We have some water for you.
It says live there. Hello, everyone. We're trying to set up.
And we also hope that it will show us the questions that we might get from the people.
Yeah, I don't know. We're doing something a little bit technically different, so bear with us just for a second. And let's see. Oh, there's a couple people watching. There's 4 people. It's not showing the. It won't. Aha, there we go.
Yeah, let's hope that it actually really works. But
we are trying to get it to work. Aha, there we go. Now I can see.
yeah, it should be fine. Nice. Okay, thank you, Erik, for doing that. Because unfortunately, I forgot my laptop today.
Okay, so I hope, can you hear us? Can you hear us okay? We're using a little bit of a microphone, so let us know if you can hear us.
Yeah, that's important.
If you have any questions, we're ready to take your questions. Or you are actually. Here, I'm going to direct it.
No, but it actually makes perfect sense because we're on Erik Witsoe Photography, the fan page that I love and that many people love in Poznan, around the world actually. Let's not forget that.
No, that's true. That's true.
And I would like to ask you if Erik Witsoe Photography will still be Erik Witsoe Photography now that you will be living in Warsaw and your fiancé.
Of course it'll still be Erik Witsoe Photography. It just won't be based in Poznan, but I still will have just as much love for everybody out there. Yeah, of course. Nothing's going to change. It'll be the same day to day. It'll just be a lot more exploring. And kind of like when I first got here, everything's going to be new again in so many different ways. So I've grown very accustomed to how Poznan is, how my life here has evolved. I know my way around really well. Poznan has been such a great host city for me for the last 6 years, and has been like such a great learning experience, really. You know, it's like everything, I really owe Poznan everything, because everything that I learned about Poland as far as my day-to-day goes happened here. So my training ground is kind of good going to Warsaw.
It all started in here.
That's right.
It was your first city in Poland.
That's right.
Or actually the very first one was Sparzyn.
Well,
Włodawa because of Agnieszka's parents.
Yes, that was my first Polish experience with Włodawa.
Yeah. I would like to ask everyone who's watching us if you guys can hear us and if you can see us, if everything works correctly, because so far we cannot see the comments.
Yeah.
And I just don't know if it has to do with nobody commenting or with there having been some problems with Facebook.
Yeah, so if you can hear us and everything is good, you don't have to comment, just send a smiley face or something. Whatever it is, you know, it'd be nice to see that that we can be heard. That's the most important thing. So,
That's
can
true.
you hear us?
I mean, 20-something people are watching.
Yeah, but maybe they're waiting for the sound to show up.
Yeah.
So we'll just assume that everybody can hear us, because nobody has said that they can't hear anything. So.
Yeah. And by the way, we really are seeing the same thing that you guys are.
Yeah.
So
We hope
it really is happening live. And yeah, I think Barb just said that hear and see you. So
Okay.
they are watching, and Agata as
Hi,
well.
Barb.
Okay, that's a good sign. So if you guys, and I mean friends of Erik Witsoe, have some questions about his and his fiancée's moving to Warsaw, then you're more than welcome. I would like to say one thing, maybe, that it really has to do with the world being opened, but also with Agnieszka getting this opportunity to have a really enjoyable and inspiring job in Warsaw.
That's right. That's right. Which is very exciting. I mean, we knew
She's a scientist.
She's a scientist. She's a data scientist is what her official title will be. And, you know, this has been the culmination of what our experience would be, is that there would be a job at some point at the end of her defending her PhD. And it's just happened really quick, you know, which is fantastic and it's great. I am super pleased. We're both really happy, actually. But I'm especially pleased that it's still in Poland. That we're not moving. Yeah, that we're still here, because I really want to kind of selfishly, I really want to continue my Polish experience.
So, leaving Poland and moving into a different country was not really on the table.
We didn't know.
Okay.
We didn't know.
So it all depended on what type of job she finds.
Right, and where she found it. I mean, we kind of wanted to, we really wanted to stay in Europe. That's what our real basis of everything was to stay in Europe. But it was really wide. You know, for her job, it's limited as far as where she could go, what she would do, and her interests. And so, for it to be in Poland, it's like, wow, we are really
And you're safe because you wanted to stay here, so that makes a lot of sense.
And Warsaw is great because it's closer to Wrocław for her, you know, and we can go to Wrocław on the weekends from here. You know, we go 4 times a year, and it's 9 hours to get there and 9 hours to come back.
And now it will be just 6 hours? Or
not
5.5?
4.
Really? Okay. I just wanted to say that Szymon, Barb, Agata, Krzysztof, Kat, and Agata Śliwicka are watching us, so we hope to hear your questions, or to read your questions, actually. We're in a really nice place here in
That's
Poznan.
right.
This is Parma Rukola,
Yes.
which is a restaurant at Bulgowska Street.
Yes.
And it is very close to where I work, so the Poznan radio station. But I also wanted to say that it's a really nice example of Poznan, because you're in this vivid place with a lot of cars, a lot of movement, a lot of pedestrians, and it just all makes sense, because this would be the Poznan that you will memorize.
Of course, of course.
When we were just walking here, you would take some pictures on our short way to here, and you said that sometimes you just take pictures to be sure that
I remember it, that I have that memory of places, that I can see places, you know. So, and sometimes I take it for nonsense reasons. You know, I just see something that catches my eye, but it's not necessarily that. It's also capturing that memory, and I have a real big need for that. So, make sure that it's there. And oftentimes that's exactly how it kind of works out. So, when we're coming down here and I'm stopping, I told you I take pictures nonstop. So it's like that's kind of how it is.
Yeah, and I think this is just something, or a job, the type of job that you can never get tired of.
I'm not sure exactly.
Or that you never finish.
My job is never done, man. I mean, I know sometimes photographers will turn off, and I feel like mine never ends in that regard. And it has everything to do with every moment that I have here in Poland. I feel like could be for something else. I feel like there could be another project, perhaps another book, something of interesting. I don't know. So it's like these moments happen, and I always have my camera with me.
And this will not change in Warsaw, will it?
No.
So it actually is a good piece of information for us, because we will just, many of us know Poznan very well, and now we will discover a new place with you.
Sure, yeah, come along. Let's journey. Let's travel. You know, let's see it. I'm excited for that. You know, like with everything, I love my experience here in Poznan, but also to some degree, there's days that I stop exploring because I've grown used to it, and I think that that's normal. So the idea of going someplace new that I don't know again, and having to relearn streets and relearn how the sun comes up and the sun sets and where it comes up from and my neighborhood is going to be interesting to me.
That I would like to know, which part of Warsaw is going to become your new city?
Ochota.
Ochota?
Yes. So.
So you already know?
Yeah.
How?
We went there.
Okay.
We went there. You know, it's like
that's where you're gonna live.
That's where we're gonna live in Ochota area. So it's I believe Agnieszka, we can say that she's going to be working in Mordor.
The corporate part of Warsaw.
I guess so. So I think that's where she wants to work if I'm correct on that.
Jak ktoś pracuje w Mordorze, to właśnie miejsce, gdzie wszystkie korporacje.
And we chose a hotel. It's kind of a midway in between the things that would be interesting for me to have something central, and it's easy for her to get to and from work. So it's kind of like in that realm. It's easy for me to get down into the city center, to get to the train station, to get to the underground, everything. So, and it's a fun little neighborhood, it seems like.
I'm pretty sure. So Ochota is the place to start with, but you don't know where the journey is going to take you.
I never know where the journey is going to take you. It's gonna. The journey is always revealing itself. Let's say that.
So have you already taken any pictures of Warsaw?
Of course.
Yes?
Yeah, a lot. You know, I tend to maybe shoot too much when I'm there because everything is, again, it's new. You know, and here I can be a little bit more selective because I have so many shots of Poland. So it's like Poznan, and sometimes I need to switch the street in order to get my newness out.
So at the very beginning in Warsaw, you're going to need a lot of memory cards.
Probably. Probably. I never leave the house without 65 gigabytes.
65? Wow.
You never know.
That's the one that would really help me, or would be enough for me for like, I don't know, 5 vacation times.
It's right.
So, I mean, for you, it's probably just 1 or 2 days.
It depends. I'm starting to do a little bit of video now and again, so if I'm doing video, it eats it up really fast.
So maybe video will also be something that you just engage more into when you're in Warsaw.
I'm super interested in video, but I'm also I haven't yet developed my own patience for it. So I tend to be, my photography tends to be very fast. I tend to move very quickly in between different areas and different places. And with video, I feel like I need to just be still for a little bit and catch things. So it's a little different. But I'm learning.
So photography is a little bit more flexible than video, because with video you need to actually stay in one place for like 5 seconds at least.
Something like that, yeah.
It's not so instant.
No, but I love it. It's great. It's a lot of fun.
A new challenge?
It's a new challenge, so we'll see this year. And I have some different ideas about doing different types of photography, so we'll see what that happens.
Yeah. We all get excited about changing our place of domicile, miejsce zamieszkania, but then reality kicks in when you have to find the moving company, the transportation company.
Sure. Well, we found one.
Yes?
Yes.
And everything is in boxes now?
No,
not yet.
I'm starting right now. Our house is a disaster. So we have 2 cats, and they think it's the giant play zone right now. They're in and out of boxes. They're jumping around like crazy. They know something's happening, but they're not sure what. So, but our house is a disaster. I have boxes everywhere. So.
Okay, so you're in the process.
Yeah. Agnieszka and I will start packing this weekend and next week, and we'll get everything kind of situated.
Oh, nice. If you have any questions that have to do with Warsaw and what Erik would like to do that, and also about this big change or maybe how Poznan has been for him, then of course you're welcome. We're waiting for any of your questions.
Or you can tell us where you're watching from, because I can see Washington State's watching there.
Oh, nice. So let's have a present place.
Yeah.
Napiszcie, skąd nas oglądacie. Where are you right now? If you're in Poznan, then tell us exactly which district or which place of interest.
Let's hear where you're watching from.
Is that a good English? Place of interest?
Yeah, place of interest, place of location.
Yeah. Okay, so we just hope that we'll get a lot of feedback from you guys. Please share the video with the friends that you know that like Erik Witsoe's photography, and we hope that they join us before we finish.
Sure.
Because especially in this month of January, I imagine Erik, you being very busy and probably not having much time to meet with your friends and go to, I don't know, to the cinema or go shopping, because you just have so much to do before you change the city.
We leave in 2 weeks from tomorrow. And it's going by really fast.
So there's 2 weeks left.
2 weeks left.
Okay.
It's not a lot of time.
Yeah.
2 weeks to kind of wrap up everything here, say our goodbyes, say our hellos, say, to meet with the people.
And the place you're renting in Poznan is also until the end of January, and then you have to go.
Yeah. Closing up everything, taking care. It's a lot of little things to do, and it's not, it's not just moving across town. So it's a lot to do.
I think even if it was moving across town, it would be quite an endeavor. But then to actually change a city, which is 4 hours away, that's a big thing.
I don't think we do anything small here, man. We do it all or nothing.
Yeah. But then, by the way, Anya is saying that Warsaw is the city to welcome you. Warszawa zapraszam. I actually know Anya, so hi Anya, and I wanted to say that of course Erik is coming there. So
yeah, this is going to be fun. This will be very exciting.
What was the reaction that you would get from your friends in here?
There's that. People are excited, but they're also like, Warsaw, why Warsaw?
Why Warsaw? There's this rivalry between Poznan and Warsaw, isn't there?
Yes, but see, I don't understand it. It's not part of my own history, so I can't really participate in it. All I can say is that, so I'm going. So I don't. It's not something that I know, and I know that I know that the news of this has somehow disappointed some people. But
they have been vocal about it?
But not in such a bad way. It's just that,
Erik, we would really say, okay, that you're moving anywhere, but why Warsaw?
Yes.
There are some people like that.
Of course.
Okay.
So, but it's one of those things that I take with a grain of salt. So, to some degree I understand it, and in other portions I don't understand it at all. So it's not part of my history. It's like,
I know. How can you dislike Warsaw if it's just a city and it's the capital of the country that you like? So
the first thing that when I first got here is the question that I was always asked was, what are you doing here? Why are you here? This type of thing.
As if there was no good reason for being in Poland.
But yeah, exactly. And so, and now it's changed to, why Warsaw? Why are you moving? Why are you leaving us? This type of thing. So
it's always something that could be other way.
Yeah,
could be different.
This is the style. It's all right. I'm excited to. The big excitement for me is to be able to come back to Poznan again and see it with fresh eyes. And it's like I am very proud of my 6 years that I've been here. I'm extremely proud of the body of work that I created. We opened and closed a coffee shop that was dear to a lot of people. We've met so many incredible people and just had such a great experience. Yes, we're leaving, but it doesn't mean that it's over.
Of course.
So
I actually have seen the public event that Agnieszka has put together.
Yeah.
And it's available. It's called the ending of the beginning.
That's right.
And it really is a beautiful name because it really is an end of something, but that was just the first part of Erik Witsoe in Poland.
That's right.
And Erik and Agnieszka in Poland.
Yes.
And the next part is just about to start.
That's right. And it's like it's an interesting thing because this is our experience here has been one of somewhat student life. Agnieszka has been a student the whole entire time, so this is kind of like this is us adulting.
Yeah, growing up.
Yeah, we're growing up. We're growing up and moving on. And we're going to experience a new city, a new culture. Not a new culture, but a new way of the culture. So it's
David says it's a shame that you're leaving because he likes watching Poznan on your pictures. We just hope that David will enjoy seeing Warsaw there as well.
I still have lots more to show of Poznan too.
And by the way, there's still a lot of unpublished work.
There's tons.
Jest jeszcze mnóstwo zdjęć, których Erik nie opublikował, także Dawid na pewno będzie miał okazję jeszcze sporo zobaczyć. So even in February, when one visits your fan page, they will still be able to see Poznan.
Sure.
And every once in a while, probably.
And more than once in a while.
And you can come back to Poznan as well. I mean, it's not that you will never be here.
I still have lots of people that want to see you here. We still have things to finish up later on. I still have tons of work to do here. So it's like there's more and more and more.
Renata, Warsaw is full of great people and a great place, and you will both love it.
Thank you. Thank you. So
Perfect
it's like,
recommendation.
Absolutely. You know, it's like it's that whole discovering something new. And, you know, Warsaw's I used to live in Los Angeles, and Warsaw reminds me of that. The busyness of it. It's very fast paced. There's a lot of coming and going.
Much faster than in Poznan.
It's also super transient. You know, it's not often that you meet people that have been born and raised in Poznan, you know, or in Warsaw. But in Poznan, you know, I think the great majority of people that live here, 75% are from Poznan. You know?
Like myself, yeah.
Yes. And
Warsaw is this transit city.
it's transient. There's a lot of people from all over the place that live there, and so I totally get that on both counts. But I fit in here very well, and you know, I hope that they're all fit in as well. You know, and it'll be a seamless transaction.
No, I'm sure about that. So, do you think that besides the busyness part, like how busy one city is there one other difference that you already see between Poznan and Warsaw?
Well, there's a lot of differences, but which one are we speaking of now? Because are you asking something specific?
Anything that comes into your mind?
I think that one of the biggest differences is that Poznan is a small community of people. It's easier to get to know people here very fast and to people have a tendency to know one another here. You know, it's like if you meet somebody, they're going to know 3 other people that you meet, you know, as well.
You have to be careful because you don't want to gossip too much.
I think that people don't really obey that rule here, do they? I mean, it tends to be a little
theoretically, you shouldn't gossip, but then.
But I think that there tends to be a little bit of gossip. So, but it was really intriguing to me when we had the coffee shop because so many people. It was just this network of in and out all of the time. It was never very unknown. People knew me fast because of the people that kind of surrounded me. Warsaw is interesting because it's a lot larger and I don't know how that's going to work. I have no idea. You know, we're in one neighborhood. Are we only going to stay in our neighborhood? Are we going to branch out? Los Angeles, when I lived there, is a huge city, but everybody stays in neighborhoods. People don't go to other
it's just too big, too spread out.
You know, or they commute 2.5 hours a day or whatever. So we'll see how that is. I don't know. This is what will be fascinating.
I think Lois just joined our live video. Lois is from Arizona.
Yeah, she's in Arizona right now.
I think Tucson is the city. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So she might already know that you're leaving Poznan, but she has probably also been to Warsaw numerous times.
I think that they're coming back.
So I'm curious what you, Lois, think of Warsaw and whether you would like to live there as well. Because this is the topic for us to talk about today. But I would like to ask one thing about Poznan because, you know, sometimes when we finish a specific chapter of our lives, we tend to think of some kind of a summary if we are looking for some conclusion. Would you be able to think of writing the opening sentence of, let's imagine, this guidebook, this travel guidebook to Poznan? What would you write about the city in the opening sentence? Poznan is a city.
Wow, I don't know. That's an interesting one. For me, it would be the city of self-discovery. You know, it's like here there has been so much of that. I don't know how that would translate to other people, but it's like I think that there's many facets that are you know, Poznan right now is still a city of an authentic Polish experience. You know, it's not such a big touristy city. There's not a lot of tourism here. It's kind of more on the side of a student city, right? So
there's some authenticity.
There's a lot of authenticity. You know, I mean, you can go to any of the neighborhoods and find that authenticity. So it's like that is a very unique experience, I think, here. I think that if you go to Krakow, that would be harder to find. If you go to Warsaw, it might be, you might have to go on the outsides of the place to find it. I don't know. Wrocław, the same thing, maybe. You know, so Poznan, it's not the biggest city, but it's branched out into neighborhoods that kind of give you that experience, you know. And that's definitely how I'd open it, actually. It's still a city of an authentic experience.
And that is a very intriguing opening to that description, so I think it would really work well for a guidebook, so I congratulate you on that. And Lois actually just replied to what we asked her for. And Lois says Warsaw is nice for a visit, but she prefers Poznan. She's eager to see what Erik will show us from Warsaw. Perhaps it will change her mind.
Me too. We'll see. I think that the intimidation factor of Warsaw is also the size of it. It's a huge city.
Even for somebody that would live in Los Angeles.
Yeah, but like I said, Los Angeles would break up into neighborhoods. You know, it's like I didn't travel. The majority of my time was spent in Orange County there. And even in Orange County, you live in districts of that area. You wouldn't necessarily travel so far to others. I lived in, for a large portion, I lived in Newport Beach and Corona del Mar. And you didn't have to ever leave it. You could just...
It was self-sufficient.
Yeah, you had everything that you needed there. And if you wanted to branch out to go somewhere else, then you could. I mean, it's like everybody had their individual experience for them. Poznan is kind of that same way. You know, it's like I can walk across the city if I want to. I can take a tram all the way over to the other end of it.
And that will surely be different there. I mean, you're ready for this kind of a change.
Yeah, I'm ready for it. I'm ready to see something new and to explore something, to get a different experience as far as that. Yeah, of course. You know?
My offer to you is that I'll take your phone and you'll just get a sip of your coffee.
Oh,
because we've been so busy talking that you haven't really had a chance to try your coffee. And I just wanted to tell all of our viewers, and there's a lot of you, there's Pavel, there's Lois, there's Daniel, there's David, and Renata, Patricia, Piotr, Agata, Jalene, Marzena, a lot of people. So first of all, thank you so very much for being with us. We really would appreciate your questions. Maybe just write about your favorite picture of Erik's. Maybe there's a picture that he has taken of Poznan or a different place that you really like. There's also this opportunity to just say thank you or say hi. Just let us know where you guys are. And where we are is Parma Rukola, which is a restaurant at Bugowska.
That's right.
If you are close to Bugowska, you can stop by.
Yeah, come on by for coffee.
And by the way, this is also our meeting. We have had so many meetings because of the fact that you're a wonderful person, but also a very appreciated photographer and many other activities that you would take.
Thank you.
Yes, and I just had a lot of opportunities or a lot of chances, a lot of reasons to meet with you. And it's always been a pleasure. I just really hope that in Warsaw you'll easily and quickly find nice people around you.
I hope so. You know, I always hope for that. Yeah. It'll be a different experience. You know, I had. It'll be an interesting one because here, you know, it's like I had Bigfoot as my meeting ground and to see how that would go. And there, I'll have to find a spot to figure that out. It'll be interesting.
There's this nice expression in English which goes that you need to learn the ropes.
Yeah.
Czyli jak na statku musisz się nauczyć, za które liny pociągać, żeby popłynąć. And that is just something that you do at the beginning. There always is some anxiety maybe connected to this kind of a life-changing decision. Is there?
Of course there's some anxiety. You know, newness and change and excitement can easily turn into anxiety when you're not comfortable anymore. You know, I feel like most of my anxiety that I got was in my first 4 weeks here in Poznan when we lived in Svajians, and I was under a huge learning curve, learning how to operate in Poland. And I've gone through 6 years of that training, so it's like Warsaw will be a different kind of atmosphere. You know, I'm not going to have the trams that I love so much in Warsaw. It's a different style of tram, so it's like I'm going to have to look for something else, you know.
Something else that just gets your attention.
The thing about it is that for most of the things that have captured my eye here have been the soul of what Poznan is. You know, it's like there's a lot of soulfulness.
It's hard
here.
to describe, right?
Yeah, it's hard to describe, but there's a certain texture here in the city, and that's something that I look for a lot. So I don't know how that's going to evolve, how it's going to reveal itself to me in Warsaw. We'll find out.
Which, after all, is the reason to be excited about the whole change.
Sure, you know, it's also, you know, there also sits in the back of my mind, what if it's not, what if it doesn't work?
What does your family say about this change?
Oh, they're excited. I mean, they're very excited. They love seeing all of this from way over in Seattle, so they couldn't be more excited. You know, I think they're more excited for Agnieszka at this point.
That makes sense.
They're excited for both of us, but they're so excited for her to begin her career. So, you know, this is the part of the biggest experience.
For the last few years, she's been really focused on her PhD
Yes.
at Witsoe University.
Yes.
And now she will actually use her knowledge in practice, which is a big change.
Yeah, she'll be defending her PhD soon, and she'll be practicing what she preached. You know? So we'll see how that's going to unfold for her. You know, it's such a great opportunity. It's exactly what she wanted. She has worked so hard to get to this spot, and you know, we don't really say anything about it. We don't really, you know, it's like I do a lot of the front work and take some of the spotlight away from her so she can just focus on what she's doing, and which is fine. But this is really her shining moment. This is such a beautiful part. This is exactly what we came here to do.
For her to excel at her.
And for her to just, we came here for her to really get her master's degree, but then the decision came to do the PhD, and it was like, yes,
To go further.
let's do it. What was she saying?
Oh, what did she say? Oh my goodness.
Large metal print.
I have a large print of one of her shoots from Fredre. I had hoped to hang it in our garden, but I
chickened out. Afraid that the Arizona sun would fade it. It's hanging in our upstairs hallway.
Oh, that's so funny that
Super.
that because of the sun, the quality of the picture might have.
There's sun, and then there's Arizona sun, and it's a much different scope of sun.
So maybe she's right about it.
I think so. I think it's a
Keep
smart.
it inside.
I think it's a good play. She had said that when she got it from me, and I think it's a much better play to have it in the house. Arizona sun can be brutal. It's a little too hot for me. I don't mind the heat, but man, you know,
I'm glad that Agnieszka will have the chance to branch out and like to excel in her career. And it just crossed my mind that it'd be interesting to know what type of corporate or maybe 9-to-5 job that you imagine doing, being such a freelancer and such a free spirit person. Would you imagine there being one type of thing that you would enjoy doing in a more formal way? So like being on a full-time job contract.
Interesting. I don't know what that job would be.
Also, imagining that you can study anything, and let's imagine that you have this type of knowledge.
Well, I think that I don't know. I would have to really think about that. It's like I enjoy so many different aspects of talking to people, being able to meet people. In some ways, a coffee shop is absolutely perfect for me because
It is.
I can always talk to new people. I can always discover new people. I can always discover myself among new people. So those are kind of needs that I have. I like the idea of coaching, especially younger people. You know, it's like maybe a teacher. You know, something of this nature. You know, something in that realm, something that I can give back or inspire others. I live by the words. You know, it's like. be inspired to inspire, and that's a hugely important thing to me. So I can see something in that, even once a week or something. Talking to kids is great.
I think you would be strong at intercultural relations. I think you would be good at that.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, then
You know, you have so much knowledge now, and you have worked together with so many nationalities, and
well, I would be happy to do something like that. For sure.
that'd be nice. Lois just referred to Agnieszka's plan and the fact that she got this job offer. Congratulations to Agnieszka, and she's very happy for her, and this is a great opportunity.
One of her daughters just moved to Seattle.
Oh, one of her daughters just moved to Seattle, so...
What do I recommend? Well, I'll send you a message about that. That's, there's a ton to recommend about that, but you'll have a fantastic time when you go there. I'll send you a nice list of things to explore there. Seattle is a fantastic city. It's growing so fast right now. So
yeah,
it's a great city.
This is it might be one of the last moments of our interview, of our meeting. So I just wanted to say that if you have any questions or there's something that you would like to tell Erik, then the time is really good. Jeżeli chcecie też zapytać po polsku, to jak najbardziej to nie jest problem. Po prostu bierzemy to pytanie, gdzie się mówi na klatę i ja przetłumaczę to Erikowi. So I just said that I'll translate anything that you wish. Oh, Dominika is there. Hi guys, Erik, we already miss you here.
Still here?
Yeah, he's still here, but people already miss him.
Oh, Dominika.
So, do you think that meeting people and having friendships is one of the biggest parts of finding one's soul in a new city? Is it about people or is it about something else?
I think that's individual, but for me it's connections. It's definitely connections. But I also have to have that space. You know, I like observing. I like observing people, observing how they are, what they're doing. But I also like that interaction. But when I'm done with the interaction, I also like to be able to go back to observing. So it's got to kind of be a balance for me. Like the coffee shop experience was great, but there were times when I was like, okay, I need to be out of here today.
Exactly. Too much talking.
Too much talking. Too much giving out. You know, myself or my energy or whatever you want to call it. Sometimes I needed to get that back. So right now I have this balance that's really good. I can sit for 3 or 4 hours and talk to people, no problem. But then I can pack it up and go out and shoot and do the things that I need to do too. So I'm learning balance. That's something that I'm not extremely good at. So I'm learning that now.
How to balance things.
Yeah, definitely being balanced. So very important.
Do you think that there is a place in Warsaw where, and that's apart from Oaxaca, maybe when it comes to the most well-known places where you could find yourself shooting?
You know, I imagine that I will continue doing some of the things that I do and finding places that intrigue me likewise, but I imagine that I will be down in the old town quite often because it's well, it's not old there, but it's like there's something that has a mixture of light and shadow, long streets, small streets, cobblestones that kind of keep me interested a lot. So that'll probably be my first focus. But I have no idea. I mean, I really don't. It's gonna be interesting to see how it does. Light is something that's super important to me. So figuring out where the sun goes up and comes down in accordance to where I'm at is going to be interesting and new. I have to walk around with a compass all the time. Where am I at?
I'm also curious how many opportunities are you going to have to find out about Warsaw's history? And you probably know that most of it, like 90%, was or had to be rebuilt in the 1950s after the Second World War. So I'm just curious if you'll learn your ways and you'll find those places that really make you think of the people of previous times. Like,
I'm sure.
We met once in the park at Sołacz, and you said that there is this magical bench, ławka, where people would sit in the last 100 years or 50 years at least, and you would wonder about their life. So I'm curious what the magical place of Warsaw is going to be, and we'll find out.
When I find it, you'll know for
Yes.
sure. And it's like there'll probably be a ton of them that'll crop up. You know, I have being away from Poznan will be also good because it'll give me time to reflect on my time here and to begin my next process. While I'm in Warsaw trying to discover new portions, I'm sure I'll be thinking about those same magical portions here. I was very lucky and fortunate to have that coffee shop where everybody came by and told me little pieces of history. And I feel to some degree I'm a little bit of a historian because I have so much little details about history that I would never have gotten out of books. So it's like I'm very fortunate.
Maybe one day we'll just all ask you to be our guide in Warsaw.
Maybe.
Which would be so cool.
Maybe. You know, you're all welcome. Come and look me up. Let's have a cup of coffee. For sure.
To just sum it a little bit up and to just stick to Agnieszka's words that this is just the ending of the beginning.
That's right.
And this is also a beginning of something else, something just as great as Poznan was.
Absolutely.
I would just like to say once again that many people in Poznan, a lot of people in Poznan have really appreciate your work and your presence, Agnieszka's as well. And I would just like to say that I wish to you that the new city just takes you as greatly, and accepts you as greatly and appreciates you as greatly as this one.
Thank you.
And all the best to you.
I appreciate that very much.
Thank you very much, Erik. Dziękujemy wam wszystkim serdecznie i do zobaczenia.
Do zobaczenia.
I'll just click the button, okay?
Go ahead.